Hi guys, my name is Martin. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are embroiled in a two-front war. Fortunately, both of them are kind of in the same place. We have one front here against the French and the English, and we have another front here against the Americans primarily. Although the French are actually out in force as well. Actually, more French troops here. No, 26 American divisions right there. Well, the thing is, they're attacking us here. They have 24 reserves, so most of those guys are doing absolutely nothing except taking attrition. I would assume. I can't really see their attrition, but I assume that that's a thing. We are not looking very strong. We're holding this tile at least. It's mountainous, and in fact even Grashnak here is a mountaineer, which I just noticed. He's also an urban specialist, and he's working on getting his trickster, engineer and ranger hillfighter too. Well, he's just learning all the things. Anyways, we are in trouble in regards to resources. We need 1279 trucks. We have 0 rubber. Our rubber is coming only from synthetic plants, which we have started producing far too late. I completely underestimated the need for rubber as a non-allied force, especially when you're also fighting the Japanese and they don't want to sell you any rubber because they are getting it. I assume down here and here as well. But we don't have any rubber. The Soviets don't have any rubber, and for that reason, having motorized forces is really not doing it. Let's see if we can find our motorized. They are here. So our motorized division here. Let's try and see. He needs 500 trucks. He has 300, and he's losing some every day when he's fighting. So what I've decided to do is get my motorized divisions, which are hiding. I didn't mean to do that. I guess I can do it from here. I will take all of them and I will make you into ordinary infantry. Doing that will do some things. Let's see here. We have towed artillery like 10k available, so no problem. We need light tanks, we also have that. We need support equipment, not a lot. We don't have any available, but we are producing that. It's not a big deal. We'll gain some manpower, and we'll gain these 2700 trucks, which we then could potentially use to form up new motorized regiments later on. We could also include a field hospital in our infantry divisions, which do need motorized. We gain some infantry equipment, we don't care about that. We have oodles of infantry equipment. But there you are. Let's do it. We lose some experience. 3 of them remain experienced, and the others, at least 3 of them, are almost there. I'm guessing that this will update at some point, since this is actually not motorized anymore. This is the guy. Let's see here. We open him now. So he still actually has his 391 motorized. How about the other guys? Did they send them back to the supply depot? No, not yet. It's probably going to be a while. We are completely outmatched in the air, which is a hell of a thing. Not much we can do about that. We're years away from having any sort of fighter tech, and even if we did have fighter tech, we don't have the rubber to produce them. So we can pretty much forget about that. But one thing I was thinking is, when we finish this medium tank 3, it's going to be a pretty good tank, right? It's 1943 tech, so we're like 6 months ahead of time on that. What I might do at that point is to research an anti-aircraft version of the M tank. and then make armored battalions or armored divisions, which fields both the tank version, the armor version, and the anti-aircraft version. That will give us some anti-air capability in the field, embedded in our divisions, and I quite like that. This front is holding. At some point, I think we will need to push here. I don't think we can push against the combined might of the Americans and the French. The French have 170 divisions, the English 120-ish. The big problem is the United States. They have like 400 divisions, which is even more than Russia. So that's a big deal. I wonder though, let's just see if we can scout out the American divisions here. They have 5 divisions of a combat width of 66, which means one division has a combat width of 11. Well, 12, but still. Do you have any? Do you have that combat width thing? That's why it's 66, I guess. I don't know. Combat width is 80. So you have 14 more. So no room for these guys to come in. Which means they must be more than 14 in combat width, I guess. Can I glean some information about you in any way? Guess not. How about if I look at you? So it seems like the French have 9 infantry and an artillery piece. See here, the Americans only have 3 Alpine troops and artillery support. That would be the combined divisions. Can we find a... There's a Marine. 4 Marines. Pretty thin. 6 motorized. Can we find an American light tank anywhere? Preferably on its own. There's one. Yeah, it's a little bit stronger. 3 light tanks and 3 motorized. Looks like the American divisions are fairly light on their feet. Nothing wrong with that, but it does mean that his division numbers are a little bit inflated. We have 6 infantry, 2 artillery and a tank in our divisions. How about the Russians? Yeah, they have stronger divisions, 9 divisions, 9 battalions. Okay, so things might not be all that bad as they look in pure division numbers. Well, I guess we're gonna start running here. I'm gonna run at fairly slow speed here, speed 2, until I just get my bearings straight. I am trying to reinforce this, since it's extremely important to me that we hold that territory. We're also trying to repel this invasion, which shouldn't be a problem. We need that guy to come in, and there he is, and that sorts you out. I don't mind him landing troops here actually, because we will annihilate them and then he'll lose a lot of manpower. He'll need to retrain those divisions from scratch. We did win that battle. That makes me very happy. So he's taking attrition here, right? Maximum attrition present is 22. That seems like a high number, and it makes me happy. So now I suppose I seem to be missing some divisions here. Where are my motorized? My used to be motorized. Oh, this theater. That's the Italian front, right? So we're right here. Let's have a look then at these guys. They still have those trucks. I'm not sure how that thing works. When will they get rid of that? Oh, it says here something. 318 of motorized. Current manpower, blah blah blah. Waiting for equipment to be produced and delivered. 132 of motorized. No. You don't need that. You need to wake up. Hand in those trucks. Are you handing them in? Well, you are handing them in, actually. So we did get most of the motorized back into the stockpile. Okay. How are we doing for medium tanks? 500. So maybe I want to queue up more here. Get them training. What is this terrain? That's mountains. All of this is mountains. Mountains. Question is, do we want to fortify our mountains? We have fortified to a large extent here. Let's see, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. No one is pushing through here. Now I wish that I'd fortified on this border as well. But it is fairly easy for them to just go around. They'd be fools to try and push through my lines. They should be trying to go through the Russian lines, I guess. We'll lose all this territory up here, because the Russians probably won't defend it in any meaningful way. I would like to knock France out of the war. Do they still have a low unity? Yes, 60%. But Paris is a long way off, and there are like literally hundreds of divisions between here and there. And I don't know if we can trust the Russians to do the heavy lifting. The thing about seizing Italy, pushing the front down here and then maybe fortifying these mountains instead, would be to then take Italy out, and with Italy out, would we have a prayer of closing off the Mediterranean? Since they are attacking us here constantly, and we do keep a force down here. We have 20 regiments just having to sit and babysit Greece. Well, if we took Italy, we would have to need 20 more to babysit Italy, I guess. Might not be all that viable. What's that? Is that Germany? I guess it is. I don't know. How are we going to do anything against that many men? We have 3, 8. 10. Could attack into there. French divisions and 2 Americans. You have entrenchments. So do you. No. I can attack from there. Let's just have a look. You actually have 5 divisions here. Not 3. 5 divisions, but only 73 combat width. You have entrenchments, but only 5, 13, 26. The light tank is pretty well dug in. And it has piercing. Oh, also there's a river crossing from there. Don't like that, but we could attack from here. It'd be okay, I guess. I think the terrain penalty is murder. If we take that tile, I think I would like to take it though. So let's take you from Army 4. One guy here. Two, 3. We need 5 more. That's gonna be 7. And then I guess we're gonna take you. Probably you as well. And then one of these guys isn't going to actually join the attack, I think. Just hang around. Let's see how that works. Yes, we will be pushing him. We can send in 3 more divisions with 0 reserves right now. Send in you and anyone here with experience? Not really. He has the air support, and we have the decryption advantage. We need to get in there. Which of you are coming to help me? Sure. I'm gonna send in that guy as well. There we are, full 160 combat width. And he is running out of organization with his frontline troops here. Reserve. He lost 1 division. Greece. Something happening down here? No? Fine. This slow. Ooh, look at that. 11 reserves. And he's counter-attacking. Did I see him move in here? Okay, this is not going as well. If he insists on... Actually... Okay, now all 13 of his divisions are participating. And he has 3 reserves, which aren't great. But actually, all of them are practically out of organization. Let's continue this a little bit. How are my guys looking on organization? Well, actually, some of them are fairly low. Let's commit these last troops. Especially the ones with experience. He's got 12 divisions fighting. We're currently losing. The question is, are we inflicting more? No, we're not. We lost. Why did we retreat suddenly? And he's attacking me here now. Well, that's not a big concern, I think. He has no supplies. Same situation there. Up here is a little bit more worrisome. I only have 2 guys. We reinforce you. Now you are engaging him. There was an old order. You still have all of those guys, so no. Don't do that. We can get in there in time. 5 days. 3 days. It doesn't look good, I'm not gonna lie. We just have so many divisions. Now they're gonna have 2 less. Why are you attacking? Stop it. Did I tell anyone here to attack? No. We are winning that one now. For some reason. We are putting in more troops. This guy will be here in a day. That 1 in 2. We'd probably take this guy. That's a mountain tile, but it's gonna be... They can attack it from 3 sides, right? So it's not great. It's not a great tile. The Russians are being pushed in the north. Not a lot though. How about down here? The Russians aren't there, which makes me happy. Of these 7 divisions, I don't have any great desire to take this land. It would be nice to just come back and sit on these 2 tiles, maybe fortify them to just bottle up Constantinople. You can take that, and once you have, you can move back there. Low manpower. We need 150 political power to get better manpower rules. We're winning that. He's still using his suppliers and his organization, charging into the mountains. We did lose all of our entrenchment on that ill-fated attack. Now you are in there. You can pop up and we have a full combat width on that tile. That's not going to go well for you. So yeah, all mountains, all the way. It's going to be hard for either side to breach in this area. The clever thing would be to go around. But I need all of my men to hold the line. Whoops. You stay right there, mister. When can I deploy more troops? I can actually deploy these guys. He's fully equipped. He will be done in September. Could easily deploy that guy. Repelling you, no problem, and that also got repelled. This is also mountains. Mountains, mountains. These are woods, not great. Would be great to get that mountain tile. So how about if we deploy a bunch of troops, green, and we send those green troops to garrison down here in Greece, and then we use the Greek troops, which are fairly experienced. Well, they have some green guys as well, but most of them are level 2 at least. We take those troops along with whatever tanks we can deploy and put them up on a line here, and then we just try to make a push for Switzerland and cut off all of these troops. He's got a bunch, right? He's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, plus I think there was at least 10 or 15 troops. So he's got 100 divisions in the Alps. Cutting off 100 divisions would be a huge blow. Can we pull it off? I think we're gonna have to try to break this stalemate. Alright, let's deploy. I think it's like 20 divisions. That's gonna kill our manpower. Here we are, right? And I'm going to discontinue this line since I don't have the manpower for it. And I'm going to deploy you, you, and you. And we don't have enough tanks for those. Will just be training those two, I guess. Okay, so here, that's the Coast Guard. Oh, you got immediately deployed to the Coast Guard, right? So what I want to do actually is get 20 troops from the Coast Guard, which have training. That's 8. All of these are green. And these guys, they have some training. That's 20. Yeah. So I'm gonna take you, put you in an army. I'm gonna take these 3 tanks, put you in the same army. Coast Guard. Will mostly be made up of these recruits. So we'll let them deploy. There. And once they are there, we are going to take these 23 troops, including these 3 tanks, and make the front line up here. I'll drive the tanks up to... You can hang out here. We're gonna get one more troop from the German theater. Probably one of these X-motorized divisions for a little bit of extra punching power. So let's pump you into there, and actually let's put that entire army into the German theater. That's Army 1. You are in Army 1. You will come up here. Meet up with my tanks. Yes. They'll need a commander. Which I do not have. And I'm very loath to spending political power. I'm gonna let these guys deploy before I give the new army orders, because I don't want to leave this space undefended for very long. This is looking all green. This is looking red, and not the good kind of red. We're winning that somehow. Well, we have organization, they do not, and we have good entrenching. Okay, I guess we can redeploy this army now. I'm gonna give you a front line. Front line is going to be maybe one tile more here, and you're gonna get a offensive line, which is to push to Switzerland, like so. You will strategically redeploy. These guys will hold the line. These guys will be pushing. So we'll need our best commander for attack, which we will address in a second. Meanwhile, you are spreading out much the same way as you were. Seems like the Russians are coming back here now. Indeed, they are. 2, 3, 4. 5, 8, 10, 11. Way too many Russian divisions coming here. I don't know what you want here. The Turks are not pushing. The Americans, the English, the French. That's what you need to deal with. Are we getting planning bonus? No, not without a commander. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll take the commander away from the Italian front, since that's fairly sturdy. No one's attacking. Actually, that's not true. The freaking Norwegians are coming at me now. With 14 divisions, no less. But he's got a river crossing. Where are my entrenchments? Where does that come in? We do agree that I have land for 10 here. There. It doesn't say what the effect is specifically, but I gotta assume that you're not gonna make it. There's my encryption. Okay, we are researching that, so that's good. Don't care much for those. It's 42, bit early for these. We're done with all of that. We could go for jet engines. Radar won't help us. Don't really have an air force at all. I think once we have finished this one, well, we're gonna need to have some rubber production before we're gonna look into building an actual air force. Naval is right out the window. We could go further down combined arms. Soft attack and hard attack 10%. Good. This one I do not care for. Nor that particularly. So I want one more in combined arms sooner than. Oh, what we need to do though is get better artillery. These should have been researched a long time ago. Artillery soft attack, support artillery soft attack, and up here we get advanced artillery, which I gotta assume is a hell of a lot better than improved artillery. Let's see. So right now we get a little bit more defense. We get like 25% extra soft attack. A little bit more breakthrough. Well, it's more soft attack. It's not out of this world better, but it is better. Could also go for anti-air. It only costs steel. I don't know, I think it's a little late. There aren't any behind times bonus, so I don't know. That might be very good. Better entrenchment. What does it say? The exact same thing. Engineer company entrenchment plus 200%. So it's further 200? Guess it must be. The field hospital would be nice because of the manpower issues. We could also get this one for the hard attack and the piercing. It's only 116 days. And that would be 10% better attack in 50% of the battles. I think of the stuff that I saw, I like this one best. Let's get that. We have the medium tank up in 2 days. We're just gonna do the variant of the anti-aircraft I have designed. That's what I want. All of this is good. We are holding. These German troops are irrelevant. Anyone who wants to can kill them. 84 freaking divisions. You have like 100. So if 100 up there, you have 150 down here. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. You're not there yet. Missing equipment, that's just a fighter. We do not care about fighters. So with all these troops, are we going to push this front then? Oh, actually, I forgot to assign my guy. I wanted to take the guy from the Italian theater. He has reconnaissance and skill 4. While this guy has urban attack and defense, and he's a mountaineer. The mountaineer is really good for defense, so I'm gonna leave him where he is, although he is skill 6. That guy down there is only level 1. So yeah, let's get Vladimir Kukovac here with his reconnaissance and his 4 skills. You are reassigned, which means you still have your planning bonus. Is this going to decrease? Seems like it's not. Will it disappear completely once the day ticks? No. Okay, so once the general has made the plan, you can safely move him away. Good to know. So you're gonna start to accrue some battle planning here. I think we'll want the full planning bonus before we attempt anything crazy. The Russians are now here helping us defend. That is nice. Whoops. Okay, get me that anti-aircraft thing. Here we are. It's only 96 days. Although it's ahead of time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait just a short while I quickly do this one. Which is not ahead of time. And then we have a decision to make. The big deal is that normally I just go here and then get the M-tank in production, but I have actually spent a certain amount of experience in getting the Mark 1. If I would like to see the stats without actually changing the production, how build our vehicles. That's not what I want. Cancel you. Can I not see the Mark 1? Maybe I can see it here. No? Really? Well, screw that. I'm just going to build tank 3. So it's going to be an upgrade need. Let's hold off replacing this one, so we still have a pretty good production here until we get a little up in efficiency here. Actually, this one we may change to do the anti-aircraft one. Kind of like that idea. You are replacing those. Did we get all of our motorized into the pool? I think we did. Should mean that these motorized or ex-motorized divisions no longer has trucks, right? Okay. Well, as always, it's been a long video. I always forget about time when I play House of Iron. So yeah, 40 minutes episode, 45 actually. It's gonna be the order of the day, I guess. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.